Testing 1, 2. Each Nissan. Testing. We are live. You're live with us in Austin, Texas. We're here at the home of the headquarters at Capitol Plaza here. In the rain. CloudStrike. CloudStrike is headquartered here in Austin, Texas. They are top of that building right there. In the offices. Whoa. And they do cybersecurity in the cloud for corporations, government entities, banks, airlines, Delta, around the world. And when they updated the other day, they used the Windows Update platform to update their servers, their Windows servers, in their cybersecurity platform. It crashed their servers, causing outages all around the world. There's a 4-hour delay on Delta. Pretty much any airline that's got a delay is about 4 hours right now on a Sunday, where we've got other issues like weather, flooding, other issues causing delays as well, compounding the issue. The product name, I believe, is Falcon, and the company is CloudStrike. Cloud and Strike. And they've been struck down by a Windows update on their Windows servers. In 98, 99, I began with the Windows Update support team in Las Colinas, Texas, up near Dallas, near Irving. And I did email and phone support for Windows Update beta customers when it was first released for the Windows 98 second edition platform, I believe it was. Windows 98 SE. And sometimes it does happen that a driver or some other system file or runtime or many errors, programming errors, conflicts. Windows is not, Windows goes on different machines, different pieces of hardware. A lot of different, they're very open in that respect. You have to have the right drivers, of course. And then, since they're so complicated with so many variables, the programmers have sometimes a hard time foreseeing all the conflicts, all the memory runtime errors, all the other things that can happen. And so it's kind of like the programmers test it in-house, but they don't have access to everything. So they determine through beta testers, alpha testers, different people and platforms, what's appropriate to release to the public, what's appropriate to release to the beta team, which is users out in the real world testing it on their platforms. But there's just millions of variables as far as just even hardware and drivers. And so, and then applications, what other application do you have on there? And so it's difficult for them to always put out stable releases. I'm not exactly sure what Microsoft's response to this. Windows is a Microsoft platform. I used to work with the update team. I worked with the enterprise platform services, supporting all Windows servers, except for I think small business server. But I have installed and supported that in a real environment at a motorcycle shop. So yeah. On a Dell platform. But so like when you're using a Windows server, I don't know if they're using virtual machines. I don't know what they're doing up there, because These corporations have lots of ways of making you look like you're on a server and you're not. You're on a shared platform on a box with a whole bunch of other people, and there's stuff going on. And I'm not sure what was going on with CyberStrike here, but they should have known better. All you have in the cybersecurity industry and in the software industry is your name. That's all you have. Your customers look at you because they trust you, and then they know your name and they come back, and then they get on the platform and they don't want to leave and migrate to something else. In this case, CyberStrike has lost its face. It has lost its name, and there's no trust in its customer base because they were using Windows servers in critical environments. And yeah, those days are over. Windows servers are not stable enough to be running in critical environments. Yeah, they're maybe simpler than a open source platform like Linux, Red Hat Linux. There's so many, BSD, so many. But they're easier to run. They're more, what you see is what you get. You know, just go through a little wizard and it installs. You don't have to go and compile anything, or go out to GitHub and download packages and get an extractor, and you know, sometimes the command line installs. You don't have to do that in Windows. You can do command line installs, and you should if you're an admin, but you should also have test machines. You should have maintenance windows. You should have tested on the same exact hardware that you have, same exact virtual machine, whatever it is. You should have tested the updates to see if they crash before you install them. And you should never use Windows in a security environment. I mean, I'm not saying never, but okay, you probably should think twice. I would. I don't run Windows anymore. I don't currently support any Windows servers. I don't support dial-up. I don't fix fax machines. Like, those are the old days. Macintosh is on Linux platform. I believe that Android devices are on a Linux platform. Apple, I should say, not Macintosh. Apple. I'm from the old days. But yeah. So we're at CloudStrike. I don't know what the status of the global IT outage is. I've heard rumors, but I don't want to state without certainty. But this place right here on the top floor, up here, those guys are getting paid good money to crash the entire world, making a joke out of their company. This company should be chapter or something, should be bankrupt before too long. And Microsoft also has to be blamed. They put out a critical update that crashed people around the world, and whatever their arrangement was with CloudStrike through the update team and the beta process and everything else, TechNet and the developer tools and everything else that Microsoft spends, you spend millions of dollars licensing that stuff as an organization. And it failed. It failed the world, it failed airlines, it failed hospitals, banks. Excuse me. It failed us all. And there's going to be an economic impact that's going to come from the insurance companies and other sources. It's going to be passed down to the taxpayer, to the consumer. Yes, sir. How's it going, man?
What's over here?
They took out the global IT. You didn't hear about it? It's been going on all week. CloudStrike, the cybersecurity company there, did a Windows update on their servers, which they shouldn't even be running Windows servers for security. And they took out banks, they took out IBIA. There's
Microsoft.
Well, Microsoft, yeah. So that's the company that Microsoft updated. They downloaded Microsoft's update. So they should be running Linux and other things. They shouldn't be running Windows. And so I'm talking about that. Can't film on the property?
You can film on that sidewalk right there. You can't film over that property.
I didn't see a sign or anything.
Well, you can just see the property line, sir. It's an abandoned building, honestly. I mean,
yeah, I'm just trying to stay out of the rain so I can keep my equipment dry.
I know what you're doing. I got what you're doing.
Yeah, I was over there too. I was all over.
I'm just saying, you over here, you was the one who said you don't see no signs.
Yeah, I didn't see a sign.
It's common sense, sir, that you see an abandoned building, you just don't go and post up at it, sir.
I'm not inside the building. I'm just under the eaves. So there's a law?
You know exactly what I'm saying. There's a property line, sir. There's exactly why there's a why do you think they make a property line?
So there's no posted, no trespassing signs?
It does not have to be. It's an abandoned building, sir.
Well, then
it's
what's the
obvious.
problem?
There's a problem.
So,
I'm letting you
so
know
you're
the
getting
problem.
paid to protect abandoned buildings from people just standing here?
This part isn't all abandoned. This is just this section
Oh,
of
this
the
section.
building.
This used to be a bartending place, right?
No, sir.
No.
This was the Mexican.
This was got like...
No, sir.
No, it was a Mexican bar?
No, this was a Mexican. This is old. This is old. This
The Mexican-American heritage thing, that one?
I can't remember. It was something with the Mexican.
All right, well, I'll move for you, but I just wanted to let you know that filming's not a crime. Filming's never a crime.
I said you can't film on this property. You can film. I said you can film on the sidewalk.
I
I
just
never
want you to
said
know.
nothing about filming.
And I understand that you have a job, but I would never take a job that would make me turn into a dick.
Sir, I never said you can't film. I just said don't film on the property. I said film off the property.
Is that some kind of command?
No, I'm letting you know.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know.
And you're saying something about me telling you
because I am
not
actually
to film.
doing it, so I can.
And you're telling me I'm telling you
You're
something.
saying I may not.
I never told you to do anything.
You told me I have to move.
I told you you can't be on this property filming, and yes, you do have
but
to
I
move.
am, and so apparently I
All
can.
right, but you said something
it's not
about me
fenced.
saying about filming. You can film.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
You know, everybody.
I'm not dancing.
Do you know
I'm
you're
just
filmed
filming.
a million times before you wake up?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't
So y'all
know
are
what
filming
you-
us. There's a camera right
Yeah,
there.
it's a camera
so
here
there is
on
filming
that
going
corner.
on.
There's
Yeah.
some filming on that
So
corner.
there is filming going on right there.
This is
Like
recorded.
right there.
This is recorded. This is gonna
Yeah,
stay
that's what I'm
recorded.
saying.
Yeah,
So-
I know you like the way I
I mean,
look.
it's right
so
there.
You like the way I look. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliment.
I mean, you know, you interrupted a news brief. You did literally interrupt my news brief
sir,
with your authority thing.
authority thing when I say you can't film over here.
But I am doing it,
just
so I
said-
can, because I
said
did.
film on the sidewalk.
But I did. Did I not?
Yeah.
Then I must be can. So you're saying I may not. And, you know, I just don't think there's anything posted that says
So
that.
what? Do you got a poster of when you doing your stand up?
My stand-up? You're doing the stand-up. Do you believe in the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution?
Oh man.
Do you?
Right here. Dude.
Do you believe in it? Do you need to see my credentials? You don't care. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Oh, so now you're trying to intimidate me? Run me
I'm
off?
just letting my guards know who to look out for.
Okay, yeah. Tell them I'm at the press.
The press, got you.
And I'm in public. Oh yeah, you're.
Public press. Can I get a name? Public press.
Can I get your name? Can I get your name and address?
Demetrius Lucius, my bad.
So do you
My
see the
thing
sidewalk right here? You're
My thing
chasing me
right
onto
here.
this, Demetrius? Okay, I didn't know it's Demetrius. So, do you see the sidewalk here? Am I okay?
Hey, okay.
Okay, but I wasn't okay before.
Perfect.
Okay, well, cool. Well, I'm
Looking
good.
good.
I'm gonna go back to my filming now.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to see the building. Have a good day, Demetrius. So Demetrius doesn't know that I do this for a living. I've heard it all. I've heard every excuse. Every excuse. So you walk on. So what these business owners do is they hire these bullies. They go after the homeless all day. That's what this is. And so even if you're on a public sidewalk, they're always coming around telling you you can't do this, you can do that. You can look at my video earlier this week where they told a woman that she couldn't be on the sidewalk and get water. She had to sit up to get water. Anyhow, so here is CyberStrike. On the interruption. You do have a right to film in public, and in public spaces that aren't marked like that, they're stretching it. It's an abandoned building they don't even care about. I wasn't inside any building, as you can see. As you can see, the gain is still there, but this is just apparently a full empty building, which I was wondering, I never see anybody around here. But they're just on anti-homeless patrol, and so they just get all authoritarian. I mean, you can give somebody a badge, but you can't give them any common sense. And what happens? People start tripping. People start getting head tripping and power tripping on their, you know, their badge, fake little security badge. So they can't touch you. They can't do anything. All they can do is call the cops. The cops are scared of me. So I guess Demetrius should have checked his facts first, because I can, and I did, and I am filming right here, and I don't care. So anyhow, so up in these administrative buildings, office buildings, is the headquarters of CyberStrike. we're here at the offices just to see what's going on, get some video, talk about things, and let you know that I was with the Windows Update team when it was beta. I was a support engineer for servers in I think it was 2000. No, 2000. It was after 2000, and so I have some experience in these matters of technical things, and I'm actually going to raise up this right now a little bit. So I don't have to lean over and talk to you guys. So does anybody have any updates on CloudStrike and what they gave out a public statement saying that they wanted to, Demetrius is still staring at my back, that they wanted to, customers to know that they were working on it, or working with Microsoft, working with their support engineers, which is everybody. I hope people get fired because it's just a mess. They cause billions of dollars in damage, billions. And you and I can't have good things because people want to hire security to do nothing but harass people that are standing there doing nothing. And and then these entities, these corporations, they have no fiscal, no ethical, no responsibility, yet under Supreme Court ruling Citizen United, these corporations are now people, and they can donate as much as they want to fascist campaigns that violate your rights even further. And it's just a big cluster circle jerk. And so I would never take a job that turned me into an asshole. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take that kind of job, and I'm sure that you wouldn't either. That's why you're here on this channel and not over in the in the fascist channels. What was I gonna say? So it's a travesty. It's a travesty that and it's a demerit to any credibility that CloudStrike has by using Windows servers in the first place in their server farm and their cloud security to do anything like that. They should be using things like Linux, things like BSD, Linux, things like oh man, there's so many. What is it? Shiva Linux for pen testing. They should be using Snort and IDS and MySQL for intrusion detection and stuff on Linux. The Microsoft. So it's been a while since I've worked on Microsoft servers. I'm not gonna lie, they've done a lot of different things, but you start playing with the Windows in a support environment, you realize that there's still Windows 98 pieces, still Windows 95 pieces and commands that are still in the latest Windows server, because it's just bloatware. I don't know why they keep it in there. They keep these things that we don't even use anymore. And so in the small business server that I was deployed for my hardcore motorcycle shop client, we were using IIS firewall services. What was it? SNAT, Secure NAT, things like that, which wasn't. It was port-based and rules-based. There was proxies built in. Everyone had to go through the main server. Every client computer, sales computer, everybody's shop, they had to go through the small business server and to communicate on the network, and that made it. It was all that traffic was encrypted as long as it was using SNAT, Secure NAT, which is Secure Network Address Translation. The Cisco firewalls on the hardware end, these Cisco routers and firewalls from Cisco Corp, which you guys probably have heard of if you're into computers stuff at all. Oh, there's another security guard across the street to keep me from going over there. So they literally don't want anybody to take pictures out here while they take pictures of us without our permission. He took off on the side around the corner. Literally, these morons take pictures of us, and then for their masters, and then they want to like intimidate us, talk to us about don't take pictures while they're taking pictures. Oh, they make me laugh. Anyhow, so what were we saying? So yeah, so the PIX firewall on a Cisco router, which I don't even know what PIX stands for. I'm not a Cisco guy, just been around some of the, had some friends that were Cisco certified. It's a whole different thing than Microsoft. I'm Microsoft certified. I'm a Microsoft certified systems administrator on Windows 2000 servers. And so like the PIX firewall uses, what's it called? I can't remember, but he uses a different network address translation. I forget what they call theirs. I want to say, yeah, I'm not going to say because I'll say it wrong. So that's a lot more robust, more granular control, harder to hack. We're talking about firewalls to get in. They've taken all that technology and put it software as a service, or SaaS, and these corporations like Microsoft have all figured out what they can do. Instead of selling you like your Microsoft Office platform, you get it either bundled with your computer or you buy the software online, and you don't get a hard copy anymore. You're not installing CD-ROMs anymore. It's a download. And so what happens is, with security, if they put everything on the cloud, your ability to get to the cloud means that you could go down, that everything on your network could go down. Look out, there's a security guard, goon. And let's see, what else? So, it's basically you're not getting anything hard copy in your hand that you can install or have trust in. What you're getting is a cloud promise. And when you put all your data out in the cloud, or you put your security out in the cloud, and you don't have any redundancy, you don't have any failovers, fallbacks, fail safes, and you don't use maintenance windows, and you don't stay out of the Windows environment. You start talking security for global security for all these banks and IT houses that are in multinational corporations and the government and ABIA. I mean, different Austin International Airport, all these different places, and you start basing that trust on Windows platforms, which have not been proved totally stable, that have all this bloated software in them that's not necessary. The more software and code you have, the more exploits you have. Then you say that we're going to put everything out on the cloud, and we're just going to have cloud-based servers that you kind of distribute everything across the whatever. This guy's still over here talking, laughing at himself. When you start doing all that, then you've basically lost control, and it's just built on sand, in my opinion. I think people should have actual firewalls. People should actually pay people to maintain firewalls, and I think that CyberStrike and Microsoft are. I think it's possible that they might go belly up. Microsoft's not as strong as they used to be. There's other platforms now that you can get, including Linux platforms like Mint and Ubuntu, that are super easy to use, and they're pretty much tested with all hardware now. It's rarely a chance that you're going to get into something that they can't do. And then you can create virtual machines with Windows, and you can get around any limitations. So you can run a Windows computer virtually in software inside of the Linux operating system. You can also multi-boot from Windows to Linux. So that's a good way to learn Linux, is just to get get your Windows computer out, boot up to a Linux disk like Knoppix, Knoppix, I believe it's spelled, and it's just the utilities and stuff, or Mint, or Ubuntu, and make a boot disk, and just put the USB drive in, boot up, and you're in Linux. And then when you take the USB drive out and reboot, you're back in Windows without damaging Windows or affecting Windows. So Yeah, people need to get off of Windows, please. Microsoft has made enough money off bloated, crappy software. Like I said, I've been a support engineer, network support engineer for networking, and they outsourced all that work down to India. And so a lot of American jobs, thousands of American high-tech jobs were lost. All that. Oh, we got some water on the thing. We got some water. Yeah, we might have a little bit of a being audited by security. So I'm not an auditor, I'm a reporter. I don't deal with auditing stuff, but people can stand under an easement, which is all I was doing. Not an easement, an eve of a building, especially if it's closed on a Sunday. Oh, there's another one. They're all over the place. You went inside. They can seek shelter from the storm. It's state law. So what the security gang wanted to do was to affect some kind of escalation with me and bully me. And I mean, he was able to escalate me and bully me, but he wasn't able to like really do anything because nobody gives a freak about these people's authority. Not one freak. So there it is. That's the Capitol Tower. I'm still being harassed by security for standing here on a public sidewalk in the rain filming. It's just drizzling right now. Let's see. He wants to be on video a little bit, I think. Now he's gonna turn around and stop staring at me. Amazing. I'm taking a recess, a break. We will hang out. Talk to Demetrius. What was his name? Demetrius, is that right? I bet my friends know him. I bet they could shut him down. Where you at, Jinx? Tell your friends. Tell your friends. He can stand there. He said that nobody can stand there, but yet he's standing there. Last night I had a mixed bunch of people, about 6-8 people harassing me for filming quietly, and they made a big deal out of it. And I'm just like kind of tired of being harassed for filming. Like, everyone's got a cell phone, and then we get harassed for having a cell phone and using it. Well, these entities, these government corporate entities in the security police state, which is white supremacist, by the way. I wouldn't take that job. I guess some people don't have that principles, but I'd rather go broke and be homeless than work in that security outfit right there, harassing people, homeless people and other people, reporters. So yeah, that's what it's about. It's about anti-homelessness, and people start tripping because you give them some power, and then they kind of like get a big head over it, or power trip in, and you've had it probably happen at your business, you know, at all levels. It's a human characteristic. But we're gonna get some rhyme here. Gonna spit us some security state white supremacist rhyme. I bet he believes his vote for Trump counted. It's cool. I mean, come bullying people, and some people are not going to put up with it. He's not even armed. Like, this is why people get hurt in Austin, because they come acting a fool on you while you're just minding your own business, doing your job. But you don't have to identify yourself to law enforcement or anybody, by the way. Here's my badge. Look. Boom. Here's my face. Boom. But he didn't care about any of that. He determined that I was an undesirable brown dude over here. The Klan and the Nazis are big in Austin. Big in Texas in general. It used to be a Hispanic club or something like that. I thought it was a bartender school. Pretty sure it was a bartender school. So there's all sorts of people walking down the street that have nowhere to live, and this guy's job is to make sure no one gets out of the rain, gets any shade, gets any rest at all. This guy is a murderer. Leslie used to talk to himself. Our cross-dressing, unsheltered man that ran for mayor, person that ran for mayor several times here in Austin, a friend of mine. He talked to himself. He had a Bluetooth earpiece a long time ago. And he didn't know if he was talking to himself or he was talking on a phone. But he was talking to himself a lot of times. So now this guy's job is to pace back and forth so that I can't go over there and film from over that location. But it's not raining anymore, so I don't need to go over there. And he don't need to be here, but hey man, when you're a bully, you can't stop. You can't stop yourself. That's the thing. And that laugh right there, that's the uncomfortable laugh of guilt. That's pride fucking with you right there. That's what that is. First, I would have to give a fuck. And I don't. I'm so tired of people getting freaking out, be tripping on a stupid cell phone. Everybody got a cell phone. You didn't hear the news? Everyone got a damn cell phone. Everyone got a cell phone. You think you got the only cell phone in town? You went to the cell phone store and got the last one? Getting paid to be a doofus. Please don't end up like this loser right here. Don't teach your kids to work for the security police state and harass homeless people. Please don't teach your kids that stuff. Raise your kids better than this. You saw them all up in my face talking nonsense. Y'all all saw it live. I'm getting the whole song and the pacing. So it started raining, and I thought I would take some weather shots because I am a weatherman. I do weather shots. I'm not meteorologically trained, except for in geology or something. But I am a stringer for weather outlets, weather channels across the country, locally. I'm a stringer for CloudStrike. I already get paid for this gig, by the way, the other day. I get paid as a stringer for media outlets nationwide and locally. And this CloudStrike issue is a big issue. It's a big problem when Windows Update servers crash people around the world. I wonder if the Russians got crashed, or the Ukrainians. I wonder what the real impact is. A lot of companies are gonna be embarrassed to say that they went down because of a Windows Update on their cloud security platform that they purchased, rented, whatever you call it. It's a service, kind of like rent it. Yeah, so it's like this way all across downtown. There's a bunch of losers out here that have security outfits on. Some of them have paramilitary gear and guns. Some of them think they're G.I. Joe. And then sometimes they gang up on you 4 or 5 at a time. There's multiple levels of security out here. You got Downtown Austin Alliance, which they run a narc app for the businesses to track homeless people, and they call the police on them. And then they have their safety team, which is also Downtown Austin Alliance. And their sole job is to ride around on bicycles, basically, and narc on the homeless and harass the homeless, make sure nobody can lay down, nobody can be on, whatever, like, stupid property they don't want you to be on. And then there's the police, which they'll basically rape and kill you and bury you in a field in Austin. They've been doing that for 50 years, doing racist harm. There's bodies in the field. That's what the assistant chief said. There was bodies in the field from APD for years. So, yeah, Austin, Jackson, Mississippi is about to happen. So one day the bodies they're gonna get dredged up, and then we're gonna know about the white supremacists murdering cowards here in Austin. And so these guys, that's who they deal with. They get all close and buddy with the cops because they want to worship authority. But Einstein said that the blind worship of authority is basically the worst thing you can do to humankind. It's going to be the end of us. So worshiping authority, just because you're powerless, doesn't mean you have to lick boots. That doesn't mean you have to work within the Ku Klux Klan white supremacist security complex. You can find another job. There's electrical jobs. You can go. Shit, I would rather wash dishes than work for the rich. Doing what? Picking on the poor? There ain't nothing there. That's it. That's as Uncle Tom as it gets. And if this guy was over here getting out of the rain to protect his hairdo, and somebody came and told him to leave, he'd have been all crump. He'd have got all mad. Anybody would. If you're out, especially if you're trying to protect your video equipment, especially if he was a reporter, but he ain't nothing. He don't look like he's 19, 20 years old. He hasn't learned nothing yet. I was stupid when I was his age too. I wasn't trying to talk shit. I wasn't never a security guard. Never was I a security guard. The closest I came to that was when I worked out of high school. After high school, I worked at the second largest club in Texas, West Side Stories, and I did some training with their security people. Their in-house security, non-uniform, just like you got to leave the bar kind of thing. And I did some training with them, but I was just, I bartended, bar back. I played DJ for a little bit. But mostly I just did cleanup. I just, I bar backed for a while, but I also did just like bottle picker upper, just empty glasses, just that kind of stuff. But then I would still help the bartenders and still get payouts from them for helping them do their dishes and stuff. And so I always worked it. But I've never in my life been security. Never in my life. You would never catch me doing this stuff, harassing people and acting like I was somebody. Anybody can put a polyester suit on, but can you be decent? Can you be intelligent and decent and leave people alone? Can you walk on and mind your own business when you don't need to be bothering nothing? Can you not talk shit to reporters and play games? So anybody can get a paycheck, but can you be a good person? Anybody could wear this uniform. You could be wearing this uniform. Your friend could be wearing this uniform. I have a friend that's wearing a uniform like that, and he shouldn't have a uniform. They gave him a Glock. They gave him like $30 an hour with the Glock. That guy should not have a gun. He is not intelligent enough to have a gun. Definitely not intelligent enough. He's basically autistic. He should not have a gun. He's funny, he's cool, but he shouldn't be security. And it's changed him. Now he's got a complex, you know. The first thing they had him doing was protecting the bingo hall down in South Austin from the homeless. The first thing was protect the bingo hall from poor people walking around. And then they gave him a gun and moved him to the ATM. So when they maintain ATMs, he was fixing that. And he's got moved on from there now. So like, I was just like in shock when I heard that he told me they gave him a Glock 10, or I forget. I don't even know. So he keeps walking out of the field of view, but he keeps saying he doesn't mind being filmed because he's always under a camera. But he's just watching me, I'm watching him, watching me, watching him, watching me. So like, who's the victim? I was minding my business when he came up to me. He doesn't see that. He doesn't see that he's an aggressor. He doesn't see that he's a bully. Because it's okay, man. You can do whatever you need to do. But I've seen security guards at the Ropelo's Pizza down on 6 beat people up, pepper spray them, arrest them, take them up to a cop, and the cop's like, yeah, no, that's not how it's done. They can't touch us. They don't have any real authority over us. All they can do is call one of them skinhead APD cops over. You know, the ones I saw last night. There was 3 of them. Well, 2 of them plus the Proud Boy, Carter. So yeah. White supremacists is all they can do. And that's harmful to the cultures. It's harmful to the remaining people of color in this town. Black, brown, indigenous. We're all at risk from the security guard because he's got an authority complex. He shouldn't be here. And I'm getting deja vu because I've been through this before. It's like I've been here before. I've been through this. I feel like in another dimension he came over and he apologized. He said, man, you know, I shouldn't have done that. And then I told him, don't do it to homeless people either. But I don't know. It could just, I'm just going to blame it on the rain. Blame it on the rain. Who was that? Is that Bobby Brown? I can't remember. That's an old one. So now it's the goat staring. So he was watching me, and I was watching the building. Then when I'm watching him, he's not staring at my back no more, so he's nervous. And he wants to play the waiting game. But he's the one standing there. I'm sitting down, chill. So we'll see how long he wants to stand. It's really bad for your feet, really bad for your ankles and hips, and your whole body, actually. So it's not really security, it's insecurity that makes you want to put on a uniform and bully people. That's insecurity. And that's really not good security. If you watch Roadhouse or any of those other types of, you know, where they deal with like bodyguards and security, you got to be nice to people. And he was not being nice to me. He was trying to bully me passive aggressively. And I got out of the way so he could go behind me and like not have to go in the rain. And it was raining more then. He still like wanted to tell me I couldn't film on this property because there's this property line, right? There's all this sidewalk here. You can't see it really, but all this sidewalk. People come here all the time. I've been here with like dozens of protesters filming. People come here all the time, but he's saying people can't come here. So yes, they can, and yes, I can film, and I did film, and I got my footage. So you definitely can. And if he's going to say you may not, I mean, I think he's exceeded his authority. Cops wouldn't come out and bother anybody that wasn't homeless from being here, because it's not posted trespassing, there's no fence. It's a public area with public access. So he doesn't know his law. He's just bullying out of emotions, and because he has an inferiority complex. He's insecure with himself, and that's why he wants to bother me. Unfortunately, I don't give a fuck. I'm dancing for you guys. Gonna give you some music. Let's see if I can get closer up. There we go. I think I'm allergic to his singing. There's the pollution down here. There's a lot of pollution. There's water pollution, there's air pollution, there's soil pollution, there's a greasy film, oily film on a lot of the rainwater that's out here. The streets are made out of oil. Asphalt's made with petrochemicals. Hope y'all are enjoying this footage. Hope it's not as boring for you as it is for me. I'd rather be filming something interesting, but this guy just wants to game me the whole time, and I gave him enough time to stare at the back of my head. Whatever he's gonna do. Now he needs to rap for you, sing for you. It's starting to rain a little bit more. So he knows that he can walk away at any time, but his ego won't let him. Because there's nothing preventing him from leaving. Is there? Doing the walk of shame. Now his ego won't let him. It's like when the cops do that thing. But they leave faster than this. Because I'm usually questioning them. But I don't feel like questioning this guy. I mean, I'm alright with him. I just don't like being bullied. That's all. Oh, did I say Windows blows? Wind blows, that's what they call it. So in the Linux community, one of the main things they like about Linux is its stability. Mac is built on Linux. Bye. I think downtown Austin Alliance might be over here too, in this office space right here, and they're definitely an anti-homeless group. Turn my body cam off to save space on my hard drives. He's getting his hair all wet. Gonna mess up his do. I got a hat on. And I got a rain jacket out there if I want it. It'll be pretty dry, up to my knees. So this guy's patrolling this piece of earth for his masters. His corporate overlords. corporate overlords tell me I have to do this. Who do you think's more bored, him or me? Who do you think's more bored? So if I go walk out over like 5 feet, he's gonna get mad. That would entertain me, but I'm gonna be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Because this guy doesn't know any better. Doesn't know any better than you would when you were 19, 20 years old. And they told you to do something unethical and you're like, oh, I guess I'll do it. Maybe you didn't have enough Bible lessons. I did. I would never do that job. I don't even consider it a job. I consider it evil. The way he's doing it, just for poor people and people he can bully. Could he be head tripping? Yeah, that's evil. He found some keys in his ass. Nice. Bye, Demetrius. Nice to meet you there. Doing a great job. Place is secure as shit right here. Look at that. Look how secure that shit is. Like locked down. I mean, that's why the doors are locked and everything else. But locked down. Locked down. There's CloudStrike right there. Oh, too much. Way too much. There's CloudStrike right there. Look at that. That's CloudStrike. And the reflection of this abandoned building. I think I'm gonna take a video of that. Hold on, y'all. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Anyhow, I'm gonna move around. Oh, that was fun. Anytime I can fight for our First Amendment rights, I'm going to. That's why I have so many arrests, because I fight a lot. And, you know, like, could have been worse. You guys didn't see it the other day when I went into the CloudStrike building. They, the security, I had several security there standing there to prevent me from taking a video, picture of the marquee like I was told to report on by Stringer. As a stringer, I'm a stringer for the media, so the company requested that I take pictures of the front of the building, pictures of the building, and go and take a picture of the CloudStrike marquee, which there isn't one outside. So I went inside to get the marquee next to the elevator. The bank employees told me that I could, and then it was what is that, Progressive Bank, whatever, the Prosperity Bank, and they told me that I could go in there, and then security came and started yelling at me, just repeating, saying, you can't film in here. But literally on the front of the building it says cameras in use. So they're saying you can't film while they're filming us all around on the sidewalk, everywhere. So again, the corporate masters can film us, the overlords can film us. Dang it, what is wrong with this? This thing's fixed. There it is. So your corporate overlords can film you, but you can't film. Just to let you know. And it's just a cell phone. I'm not going in there with any equipment. Really, I'm just going in. So this guy's gonna walk over here, watch. So is the security guard gonna come for everybody? No. It just comes after certain people. And as you can see, their building actually has an overhang over the sidewalk here. I'm gonna get into where you can see that. You see that? And he still wouldn't let me be there. Even though I was on there, he's still gonna gain me and mess with me. But it's cool. I'm good with whatever. Whatever you guys got. What do you got? What you got next? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. There's Demetrius. My buddy. He's my new friend. I wonder if he can be my mom. Anyhow, CloudStrike and security complex. Security industrial complex. We got it all here in Austin. We got the Army Future Threats program tied up with UT, doing PsyOps here in Austin. I think that they were behind the bomber from South by Southwest a few years ago. That's about the same time they got here, the Army got here. But they're always doing something. They're always doing something. But you can't be free when everyone's always doing something against your rights. You really can't be free. So you need to be able to just do what you need to do without a bunch of nonsense. Did it go away? Oh, dang it. That Demetrius is going to be my friend. Let's go over to CloudStrike and see what their security is doing today. As long as we're going to get harassed, might as well do the whole thing. Oh, there's Demetrius. What's he doing? Demetrius is picking up trash. That's good. That's good. Then they need less employees. They don't need a trash person because they got their security doing trash. That's good. You try it again? Interview? No. I don't blame you, man. I wouldn't talk to me either. I'm an asshole. Bye, Demetrius. Nice to meet you. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yeah, after last night with, what was it, 6 people? There he goes. Bye, Demetrius. Doing a great job. Everything's secure. Except for you, you're insecure. Oh, don't entertain yourself on other people's expense. It's bad, but I did it anyway. I mean, I wouldn't even mess with him. I would have talked to him. Everything had been cordial if he hadn't started trying to punk me. But it ain't gonna happen like that. Lizard don't play that. Way up there, that's where they're at. CloudStrike. They're off today. They could be telecommuting all week. We don't know. We're at Brazos and 9th Street. I don't see the 9th Street. Oh yeah, there's 9th Street. Right there. Brazos right there. You probably can't even see that. I'm sorry. Brazos, which means arms. And so it's a river in Texas. And there's East 9th. That's where CloudStrike is, right there. Or San Jacinto and 9th, which is the other block. They take up the whole block, by the way. And they're next to this church that has all these bells. That it's non-denominational, I'm told, by one of their people. And they people that are on the streets can go there and just chill. That's what I was told. There's Prosperity Bank. So that's how you get rich, right there, because it's prosperity. Kepler Tower. Ooh, that's nice. I think I'm gonna have to do a video here, just for the hell of it. This looks so cool. There's really nothing that says CloudStrike, so I can't really, unless they're gonna let me in, which they probably just go crazy if I try to get in there. They'll probably lose their dang minds. You can't do respect my authority. It's just crazy the way that people are. I leave people alone for the most part, but the security culture here is weird. I'm gonna get in this parking spot. Comes APD. There's APD. Security called the police on me, even after I complied with his bullcrap orders. So what would he have done to a homeless elder black woman over there? What would he have done to someone of color? Someone else of color? I mean, I would color, but what would they have done to a homeless person of color? He'd had them beat up and arrested, possibly murdered, just so he could get a paycheck and feel good about himself. I'm not over there, so they can get all mad. I ain't breaking any damn laws, and I don't even care. 830. Alright, we're here outside the, what's it called? CloudStrike. Right here. These are the doors to CloudStrike. We're trying to bring the Capitol. Go up. Can you see that? I can see that still. There it is. Here at CloudStrike. Sonar source. Prosperity Bank. At the Capitol Tower. This is where it's going down. We'll be back. Overhang. You make them get soaked, catch pneumonia, and die. And he's not the only one. There's security all over this town. Black, brown, white, everything. Doing the same thing. Some of them have weapons. I didn't see anything in Demetrius except for his bullying mentality. But yeah, this is it, y'all. CloudStrike. CloudStrike. They're going down. Namaste, y'all. Be safe. And fight for your rights, y'all. Stop giving up your rights. The reason that these guys bully other people is because they're not told off. Y'all need to tell them off. And just stand for your rights. Alright. Flex your rights or die.